Hey there, Leo fam. How's it going? Thank you so much for joining me. This round, we're going to do a tarot reading that's going to focus on the positive vibes that you have to look forward to in February of 2025. What kind of words of encouragement to look forward to for this month? Because this card just kind of rolled out all nonchalant while I was I love how that happens with this deck. They just roll. So, got that to look forward to. The light worker, the gifted, the old soul. Though some claim the work of the healer as their gift and name it as their dharma, the force of this archetype is within everyone. It is our natural inclination to remember, to return to, and to reclaim that central and eternal life force from which we so easily drift away. In Sanskrit, the word avidya means forgetting, and it is said that this is the source of all suffering and disease. The healer's mission then becomes to move through the comfort of forgetting, through the veils of ignorance and denial, to reveal the radiance that already exists. The healer approaches this in multiple ways, from multiple angles, knowing the cycle of healing is not linear. It is a multi-layered and circuitous process, always leading back to its own origin, much like the Ouroboros. Goodness gracious, vehicles can be loud. Let's see about the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. Okay. That makes a bit more sense. Someone else is trying to call the shots in your life. They think they can waltz in and control your every move, and you need to say no to their manipulation. It might seem tempting to relinquish control, but if you give someone else power over your narrative, chaos will ensue, and it will be all in their favor, not yours. The stories inside of you make a library on the verge of bursting, make you a library on the verge of bursting, but only if you're the one to pick up the pen. So we're healing from a situation where you were not allowed to be yourself and live your own life and come to your own conclusions. Someone was always throwing doubt on it and teaching you how to second guess yourself. And now is the process of retraining your subconscious to be nice, retraining your mind to remember the things that you do want rather than thinking of the things that you don't. I don't want this. Well, I don't want that. Okay, then stop thinking about it, right? Or, yeah, because it feels like someone didn't even realize for the longest time how things were, the point that's been reached, that was reached. Let's see if we can get some clarification. I don't know, but right off the bat, I'm seeing the Nine of Swords on the bottom. We're still going to cut this deck, but it feels on point for this vibe. So let's see what we actually have to look forward to, Leos. What's chapter 1 for this story? Boosh. Okie dokie. From the get-go, as soon as I bust out the tarot, we have a reminder to ask for help if and when you need it. right? Whether it's through therapy, and remember that if you're not vibing with the person, you can choose another. May you have all the options. May you have all the resources, right? Because as far as I'm concerned, the great equalizer has entered chat. And this is a reminder that, call on the universe, call on God, call on the angels, whatever it is that you feel, plays its hand in fate and karma and all of that, unseen, unknown, but greater than us stuff, right? Or maybe it's recognizing that you always have whatever it is that you need within you. It's always in there, ready to wipe the slate clean, ready for a fresh start, ready to help you with your equilibrium within a situation, whatever it may be. You're being reminded that if you feel like you could use a bit of help, that you can ask for it. But we also have the dawn and this halo circling around their head, which tends to signify things like enlightenment. There are things going on with this situation that are really helping you to answer old questions, right? They're making things, maybe you've just been reminiscing a lot in this process, right? It's been the nostalgia portion of the program, and you're able to recognize situations for what they really were, and it's helping you in the present. What's chapter 2? Dang, fam. In case you weren't sure about new beginnings, the Wheel of Fortune has come out to play, and the odds are ever in your favor. Cards like this show up after a dark night of the soul. You know what I mean? When you've gone through so much, and it's time to begin again. It's time for a new chapter. And this round, the worst is behind you. So I bet you're going through a lot of healing right now. I bet there are things going on underneath that others just have no idea. They have no idea, right? Because they may have a different idea of you. They may see you differently than you deserve. But it's a new chapter either way, chapter 3. Dang, my goodness gracious, the major arcana have come out to play, fam. While we're here, why don't we go for some enlightenment? While we find ourselves in this conundrum. Why don't we cop a squad and, think for a bit. This is a good time to recall without self-damnation the part you've played in things, what you said, what you thought, with the facts you believed you had to go off of, only to find out maybe you were wrong, at least on certain things. But rather than self-inflict, choose enlightenment, choose love over fear, right? This is a chance to really have a good fresh start and decide for yourself. Because notice the Hanged Man is coming right plop down on top of that narrative, that library card, right? While we're here, we might as well figure this out. Get this figured out once and for all. And also healing, get enlightened while we're doing so. Hey, chapter 4. Justice. My goodness gracious. Leos, what's going on? So there may be some court proceedings, some, maybe spending a weekend in jail or something like that for someone. But there's a balance. Remember I said the great equalizer has entered chat. Defying gravity and shit. Now we have the Justice card. One of the 3 cards in the entire deck where the sword goes straight up. There's no confusion. There's balance. This can be law proceedings, some kind of inheritance. This, but it's karmic. It's going hand in hand with the Wheel of Fortune, though. That was the first thing that came to mind, was their connection. And I find it very interesting that the Hanged Man is in between them. And then over here, hey, I'm here. Throw me in, coach. Put me in. There could be someone who's been helping you through this that feels like an angel on earth, right? So if there are things that you've done that you're going to be suffering consequences on, or you have, and that's what's found you in this predicament, handle them with grace, because that's the flip side to this. There's so much wisdom to be gained. And if you, either way, whatever's going on, you have time on your hands to heal and figure things out, that's the recommendation. February is for mulling things over. Not getting lost in the sauce of emotion and blame and whatnot. But to truly take consideration of everything. Gain the wisdom that's available from these lessons and these experiences so that they can be in the past. They can stay in the rearview mirror. And you can have your new beginning, because the odds are in your favor. This can work out very well for you. Very well. But you've got to take that control over yourself and your heart, your mind. Okay, what's coming up underneath Temperance? Jeez Louise. Okay, the Ace of Cups. So, if this symbology wasn't enough for you, how about this? Of all cards that could come up underneath Temperance, are you kidding me? That is just adorable. That is silly. I love tarot, fam. I freaking love this shit. So, it's the equivalent of a gift from the divine. The question is, are you open to receive? Whatever this gift is, it could be new creative ideas, new love. Love for yourself included. In order to heal, right? In order to accept come what may. To accept that things really can be good from here on out. Why? Because you want it. How would you feel if you really did receive gifts from the divine, from the universe? If karma and the universe really went, here you go, silver platter, all of your hopes and dreams. What's coming up underneath the Wheel of Fortune? Hierophant. Very much so another religious infused picture going on. This is speaking to me of being able to share wisdom. Maybe you're meant to be a counselor of sorts, a teacher of sorts, able to help others to know what's possible, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? There's so many opportunities for life coaches, for YouTubers, for, social media. Maybe certain ones haven't, go with what resonates. Follow your instincts. If there was ever a time for you to trust yourself to learn how to, to reacquaint with oneself and enjoy the balancing of the scales, being able to be honest and knowing that you don't need to, like whatever it is that whatever consequence that someone out there thinks that they were meant to be suffering, time served, right? Be able to meditate and observe the thoughts rather than getting pulled by the undertow. I feel like I keep trying to express that way, but I've fumbled up until now. Hey, Leo, you got the final edit. Freaking A. Words, man, words. Maybe someone's going back to school. Maybe someone is going to be, trying to help others through religion, through the law of attraction, the law of assumption, and positive vibes, not unlike what I do. Whether you play with tarot, I don't know. I say that if we see the High Priestess, that'll confirm that. How about that? Bam. These are all major arcana except for one card, and that's the Ace of Cups, and we're not losing sight of that, right? Because all I'm seeing are blessings. Whether you want to count them or not, you're surrounded by blessings in February. What's coming up underneath the Hanged Man? The King of Swords. There you go. All that wisdom gained. So the question is, are you going to share it? Whether you want to write it out and publish some books, or like I was saying, go to social media, or actually go into a church. Maybe you're studying law now, right? Now that you know all angles for those that applies to. But you have such a clear mind through all of this. February is really helping you with perspective, helping you to know which doors are for you to close and leave closed. They don't even necessarily have to be locked, because they're not going to get bothered with anymore. No one's bothering with them anymore, okay? You know who you are, and you have that resilience and peace of mind. You're able to see and experience so much now and recognize without judgment. You know what's possible, and you look forward to the good that's coming your way, right? If we open ourselves to receive it, if we want it, and that's what we're living like, well then, enjoy your throne. What's coming up underneath the Justice card? Jeez Louise. Okay then, a spell has been broken. No, I'm just kidding. That's a nifty card. The Six of Wands. Are you kidding me? So this connects your passions. Passions and creativity. Maybe you've always wanted to write something like a memoir or something, but you were too young, or, like just all these excuses. But now you've really lived. You've had a chance to really get some life under your belt, whatever your age may be. And you're able to share it with others and help others to also see. That's like one thing that I like to think of with sharing positive vibes, and why I prefer that on my channel is it's all healing, right? If it feels good, if it's good for us, then it's all healing. And what's better to share, right? But this is public recognition, public praise. And I always point out that this horsey here, they knew the whole time. The whole time, right? How spiffy you are, Leo. You know who you are. You know what you're doing. And you've always, for so long, you were so secure in that. And then something happened. and you got off balance. You lost that equilibrium. And this is the balancing act that you've been needing. And we're following through this time, bringing things to fruition in February, okay? Boosh. Balance. My goodness. 2 6s. Finishing this on not 1, but 2 6s. And they're such positive vibe 6s. My goodness gracious. Because this is the whole to give is to receive. Understanding your part in the flow of energy. Regardless of what we believe in, we can agree on energy, right? It's been scientifically proven. And you're a part of things, your vibe, your words, which you understand this is a double-edged blade. Anytime I see them, for some reason, I feel the need to point that out because it's important, right? That's been a part of this process, really figuring out how you affect others, but also how you've been affected. And figuring out what that means for you. Reclaiming yourself and being rewarded handsomely for it, because you're not keeping it to yourself anymore. You're sharing it out there. Able to share thoughts and opinions without, ever again catching yourself unstable, that's for sure. And you have the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck. That's a reminder to enjoy your life again, okay? Even if you're towing the line and you're staying legal or whatever the heck it is, there's still so much to do. And you know that. There's a whole world out there. Let's go explore. Shit. What are the extra notes for this reading? Quicksand. It's not quite what you think it is. So it feels worse than it is emotionally, but be careful with those assumptions and don't underestimate affirmations. So if we're talking about retraining our subconscious, which has no bias, it has no feelings, right? We're going full Psych 101 on this one, right, fam? It's just spitting back out whatever you're feeding it, whatever you're allowing it to be fed. And that takes time. Therefore, it's going to take time to retrain our mind, to retrain our subconscious, how to spit facts that aren't so painful. Ooh, tapping. It's confirmation for someone. And they're free. Affirmations, meditation, all free resources. And it's different for all of us. So if you're not down for the traditional crap, that's fine. You don't have to be. Hey, right? There's so many possibilities for it, so many different forms of meditation, so many different positive vibes to share with yourself beyond, I love you, insert name here. While you look at yourself in the mirror, meet your own eyes, right? Hey, Finn, thanks so much for joining me in this reading. Look at you. February 2025 looks incredible for you as far as positive vibes go and words of encouragement. And always remember that I love you.